So I read the book Looking for Alaska by John Green. Basically, if you're looking for a good book, then Looking for Alaska is the book for you.
Hey, Charlie.
You know, mostly John Green stories are kind of, basically about two people falling in love, which is pretty much what happens in this book, except the ending isn't as good as his other books usually are. Just to summarize this book, it is about a 17-year-old boy named Miles Halter, and he is later nicknamed Pudge by his friends and roommates that he gets at his new school. What? I have to make a video for a Calm Again. So yeah, Miles is like a guy who he doesn't have a lot of friends. So he goes to this boarding school called Culver Creek boarding school, where he comes out of his comfort shell and loves it. He loves it. And that's where the story begins, and he makes friends and they nickname him Pudge and everything's fun. Then he meets a girl named Alaska Young, who is a year older than him, and she's kind of like this badass, free-spirited, outgoing, clever, loves to make pranks kind of girl. And he's obviously the polar opposite, which makes this story more interesting the more you read it. The characters in this story build up, and which is what I really like about it. The more you read, the more you get to learn about each character, and you can kind of imagine and picture what they are like in your head. This book is really easy to read. I think it's more of a teen-based kind of fan group, because that's what John Green books are kind of based. So you get to learn about the characters and everybody, and you start to really like them, and the plot thickens, and things happen, and things don't happen, and it's really good. And then it's building up, and then the end happens, and it sucked. It was so bad. This is what ruined the book for me. Yeah. Literally, the end of the book made you want to rewrite it into your own, like any other way could have ended. But I guess, just like in every other Green book that he writes, the character that you love and adore ends up running away or dying. But in this case, Alaska Green dies. I saw it coming, but not this way. Since John Green made her out to be like this really tough, fun-loving kind of character, I thought, she would die some heroic way or something, but no, she drinks with her friends and then realizes that, what did she realize? Realized that she missed her mom's funeral date, drives to go to the cemetery, drunk driving, crashes into another car. So not only does she just crash into a car, I will admit that endings like this can make or break a really good story. And in this case, it broke it. It ruined it. Just ruined it for me. John Green is one of my favorite writers. I've loved all of his books. I've read his books, don't remember the names. He knows when it's just like the right time to build up a character and then take them out just like that. just when you started to really like them. Then once Alaska's dead and everybody finds out, you think like, alright, she died, now they're gonna do some type of ceremony, some big hurrah because she was pretty popular at her school, like was liked by a lot of people, but no, her closest friends like couldn't handle it and like left without telling people, and then you think Miles, the one and only, the one that fell in love with her at first sight, you thought, you know, he probably had the biggest impact on this whole thing, but no. He, along with all the other members of the school, went off and grieved alone, and no one talked to anybody about the situation. Miles never figured out whether Alaska's death was an accidental or an intentional one. So the world may never know. I give this book a 4 out of 5 stars. Just because, you know, it's really good. The start to almost the end, that is like perfect, and then a little smidge of her death and nobody doing anything about it ruined it for me. Maybe if you guys read it, you'll read it differently than me and kind of like see something I missed. So I mean, I would suggest reading this book and not the end. Okay. Bye.